You should. You should, because you need to move your pelvis forward a little bit. It's going to help you sit up much taller. Okay, now move. Oh, yeah. There we go. You're probably thinking, oh, gosh, you're like jelly. Okay. Now, I had a guy last night. He was so tight, I could not move him. You're like jelly. Oh, my God. Okay, sorry. I mean, I don't mean that like, I mean like you just like flow. You like, you just like move. Some people, you touch them and they would just like a brick wall. You're opposite of that. So I don't mean that anyway. So once you found that seat, right, your chin is going to be parallel to the earth. Your shoulders are going to be soft. All right. And then just bring your awareness to your belly. And just feel how the breath fills the belly. And exhale, pushing the breath out of the belly. Inhale, feel the belly expand, feel the rib cage expand, feel the chest expand. And on the exhale, feel how the breath leaves the body. And you're pushing everything out. Everything contracts, right? You pull the belly in. Inhale, feel the belly expand. Feel the rib cage expand. Feel the chest expand. Slowly exhale. Let the breath release. Slowly release the breath from the body. Inhale deeply from the base of the body, all the way up, this time to the top of the head. Exhale from the top of the head, through the chest. Rib cage comes in, belly comes in, all the breath leaves the body. Inhale deeply, feel how the body expands, the belly is expanding, rib cage, chest, breath is moving up. Exhale, slowly let the breath leave the body. Just continuing on your own, breathing in, slowly let the breath expand. And as you exhale, just release the breath. And it's a visual thing as well. So as you inhale, maybe you feel the breath filling each part of the body, all the way up through the arms, all the way up to the head. And as you exhale, maybe you visualize just the breath pushing out. So, focus on something that will help you with the exercise. One more, push all the breath out. Inhale deeply, let the belly expand, let the rib cage expand, chest expands, breath is going all the way up to the top of the head. Exhale slowly, release. Keep pushing the breath out. On your own, breathing deeply in. And exhaling. Gently just release the technique. And just bring the awareness That point right between the brows. Just for a few moments. Breathing in, expanding. And exhaling, slowly contracting. Let's take a deep breath in for Om. Deep breath in here. Let the breath in and let the breath out gently. Okay, come back to center, open the eyes. Let's take a side stretch, bring in the left hand down. Let's just take it over towards the side a little bit, just opening up the side of the body. Pressing down as you breathe. Gently come back to center. Let's go to the other side, lifting up. You could bend the elbow if you like, if that's comfortable, or you can keep it straight. And just more focusing on the side of the waist, up through the fingers. So just pressing away a little bit, try not to sink into the shoulder. And one more deep breath. Exhale, let's come back down to center, lift the shoulders up, back and down. And then just take it forward. Look left and right. And then just slow it down a little bit. Pausing one way and breathing into the side of the neck. Stay with it, one side. Breathing in and breathing out. Relax the shoulders down. And then just slowly come back to center. Let's look over the other shoulder. Nice long spine, right? All right, just come back to center, left and right. Let's take it up, looking up and looking down. And then just take your hands, bring them to the back of the neck and gently come back up to center. Let's look up, open up the elbows, keep rooted to the earth. You might feel a little bit of tightness in the mid of the back, but just stay with it just for a few more moments. Breathing in and breathing out. Exhale, bring the elbows together. Belly's going to come into the spine. And then on your own breath, just lift it up as the breath lets into the body, looking up. Exhale, bring the elbows together. All the breath comes out. Last one. And then exhale, just come to center, shake it out. Let's come on to the hands and knees. Just move the props to the side. Okay, spreading your fingers wide. Just wag the tail from left to right. Use a blanket for the knees if you have sensitive knees, and then push back. Come forward. Look up. So it's exhaling into a child seat. Breath goes out. Inhale. Lift the head, lift the chest. Exhale. Push back. Inhale. Come forward. And then let's exhale into puppy pose. So let's use that for the block, with the block. So sit back on the feet for just a moment. Okay, let's just take a seat, hero seat. You could bring your blocks if they're nearby to you, or they're going to just help you sit up nice and straight. Or you can just use your fingertips like this. Hey, that's the sunny side, but this is a cooler side, whichever side you want, but that's warm, I'm just telling you. Shoulders come back, okay? Gaze is forward, breathing in and breathing out. Good, everybody. So let's come onto the hands and knees and just extend the right leg out to the right. Tuck the left toes and let's go into the rock. Just breathing into the instep and breathing into the side of the leg. And trying to sit back on your heel, taking your time. Yep. And then just gently come back to center. Let's go into the other side. I'm going to just use a blanket, so just continue rocking. My knees seem sensitive today, so they were speaking. Oh, okay. All right, gently come back to center. Let's do our twist here too. I was going to lift the right arm up, take a nice breath in, exhale. Let's go into our twist. Bring your head down, press your left hand into the earth, open up the side of the body, breathing in and breathing out. So you're really opening up the chest. So that hand needs to be, oh, that's what was making that noise. It's the mic. I was wondering is that the music? Okay. So hand comes onto the floor, bend the elbow, twist open. That's it. Feel the difference? Okay, good. All right. So, all right. Okay. Come to all fours. Good. And this arm is going to come under. And you're going to go down to the floor, twist. That's it. Put that hand on the floor there. And hand, open up your hand. This hand. Yeah, press that hand on the floor. Bring your shoulder down. Twist open. Press your hand in the floor. Good. Try and relax your shoulder a little. Okay, better. Good, everybody. Stay with your breath here. Breathing into the side of the body again.
It's how much we gave, how much we loved.
Yeah, use whatever padding you need to. All right, just be mindful. Everybody's different, so you have different needs. Okay, so stay with your breath here. Keep twisting open. And breathing into this space, breathing into the side of the body. And then just come back to center. Take a deep breath in. Gently back to center. Let's go to the other side. You're going to take the left arm, snake it under. Take your time. Place the head on the floor and then take that right hand, place the right hand on the floor and press open. So you're opening up the side of your body, right? Or the side of the heart. Okay. The hand can go on the floor. You don't have to hug it. Yeah, that's it. Staying with your breath here. Opening up. Try to keep focusing on the breath and the side of the body opening. And begin to deepen the breath. Let's slowly come back to center. Let's take an inhale, lifting your head and chest. Exhale, lift the knees. Let's come into our down dog and begin to pedal out the feet. Settling in with the breath. Let the hips be high. Yeah, still looking back. Good. Stay with your breath. Yeah, drop your, yeah, that's it. Better. Just a few more deep breaths here. And then begin to walk your feet back. Walk your hands back towards your feet, towards the wall, coming into your fold. So you have the wall there. And you're just going to soften your knees. You're going to hold on to the blocks if you need them. That's also a nice way to come into it. Right? You're just going to hang. Drop your head. Just release the body. Yep. Drop your head. Soften the knees. Let the weight come forward a little bit. Yeah, exactly. Drop here. Okay. Yeah, use your blocks. See how tight your back is. So use your blocks. And straighten your feet. Yeah, like this. Drop your head. Yes, better. Exactly. Exactly. Drop your head. Yes. Straighten your knees a little bit. Okay, good. Better. Yeah. That's the size you want. Just a few more deep breaths here. Breathing in. Breathing out. Just making length in the body. The spine. All right, sort of bringing ourselves back to balance, back to alignment after sitting all week or hiking or doing something that makes us really shorten our hip flexors and in our spine. Just a few more deep breaths here. And then begin to soften the knees. Let's heel toe the feet as wide as the mat. Let's come into a little bit of a squat. You can sit on a block, that's fine, or you can use the wall. Either or, right? If you're sitting on the block, keep pressing the knees out with the elbows, and your space in your spine is long. All right? Breathing in and breathing out. Inhale and exhale. One more deep breath here. And then just place the hands on the floor. Let's straighten the legs one more time. And let's gently come down to all fours. Let's do something against the wall. So come and sit against the wall, nice and long. Pull the toes back. Hands are going to come by your side. So it's kind of like a staff pose. Pull your toes back. Shoulders are against the wall. So it's a real seat of strength. Pull the toes back. Yes. So it's really, your back is against the wall. Your head is straight. You're opening up the chest. Breathing in and breathing out. Inhale and exhale. Slowly begin to come in a forward fold. You can just hold on to, you can use various things. You can use your blanket between yourself and your feet. You can use a block or two. Coming into the fold, and as you soften, you take it down. You can use a block to also bring around the front of the feet. So take it step by step. As you know, with Yin, we hold things a little bit longer, so don't go to your maximum, rather than just go to 70%. And begin to release. You might ask, how do I release? How do I let go? Or when there's so much going on in my head? Well, you focus on your breath. Focus on releasing. You focus on softening. You focus on letting go. And you focus on finding that space where you can just be, right? Just for a few moments. And begin to deepen your breath. Take your time. Slowly come back up. Open the chest. Hands come either side of you. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Bring your toes back towards you. Bring the feet together and bring the toes back. They don't have to touch, but they have to be parallel, right? Opening up the chest, just releasing the back. Good, everybody, just take your time. Just move the props aside if they're still on the mat. And then just take your time and come on to your hands and knees. But what I would like you to do first is to take a blanket. And you're going to place the blanket like this, right there. And then you're going to come onto the hands and knees, and you're going to bring your knees back towards the wall, like that. And then you're going to take your time and lower down to Sphinx, and then lower down to your hands, okay? Yep, so the knees are going to come against the wall. All right, and just lower your head down for a moment because we've changed positions and we need to just get used to a different level, right? This makes us feel a little bit different than we were before. So it's just getting used to that adjustment. And take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. Inhale and exhale. Let's come up to our Sphinx, pushing the feet, the feet and the knees into the wall. Oh, that feels good. Come on up. Good. And you have to kind of push back and up and find the breath. Try not to get the shoulders around the ears, right? You want to try and have your head free. Stay with your breath here. Breathing in and breathing out. Another deep breath in, and then exhale. Let's slowly just take the elbows out and come down. And just let the head release, let the back of the neck release. And just go back to the breath. Maybe shake the hips from left to right if you need it a little bit, just to release the lower back. All right, begin to deepen your breath. Press the hips into the floor, making the pelvis connect with the earth, right? And you still have the support of the knees. And come back up to your Sphinx. And then we're going to find our seal. So everybody's a little different, but mine is around here. You could bring it back a little bit as well, so you're pushing the elbow. Yeah, try and don't relax the shoulders down though. Yeah, exactly. Breathing in and breathing out. Inhale and exhale. And exhale, just bring the elbows down and then out. Relax the back down. Shake the hips out from left to right. Relax the back of the neck. And begin to deepen your breath. Slowly place both hands either side of the chest. And you can kind of just wiggle forward a little bit and then roll on to the left side. And then just make your way up a little bit. And we're going to try one more seat against the wall. So come onto the hands and knees. Make sure your blocks are nearby for this one. Coming into, I don't know what it is. Some people call it King Arthur. Some people just call it the lunge against the wall. So see how you get on with this. You can also just do it on the floor if it gets too weird. Bring the right foot forward and then just bring the left knee back towards the wall. So you have to kind of walk it back a little bit like that. And then you're going to be nice and tall. And that's kind of it. But before we go there, let's come forward a little bit. So once you found this, okay, you might not be as straight as that or whatever. Let's then come here, all right? And let's find our lunge. So you're going to bend into it. And just breathe. We're not going to take it back against the wall yet. We're going to wait a minute and then just open up that hip flexor, right? And also just find a comfortable way for the knee to be on the floor. Okay, you can try and use the bolster. See how that works. Yeah, it's a bit of a balance, but if you wanted to try that, no, it's too much, yeah. That's okay, yeah, just use the bolster. Stay with your breath here. And then let's push the hip flexor back and go into our King Arthur. So you have to really press down. Make sure the foot is kind of outside rather than the inside seam. It should go towards the outside seam. But if you're not, if you're here, that's fine. We're going to stay with just a few more deep breaths. I know it's a nasty one. Breathing in and breathing out. Inhale and exhale. Real heat breather. So come back down. Let's go to the other side. Take your time as you switch. All right, just bring in the right foot forward. You're going to bring the left knee back. It's a good one to stretch the foot as well. And you'll find that the one foot's different, right? So once you've found it, you can just test yourself out and find the correct space for your feet, and then come into the lunge. Okay, just come forward a bit and then bend the left knee, but also that's going to help you to encourage to bend, to move forward that the right hip, right? So left knee is bending and right hip, right? So you're in your lunge. Take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. Breathing in and breathing out. And begin to deepen your breath. Let's see if we can come back into our wall stretch. So wherever you can hold it, find it, and then make yourself breathe. Breathing in and breathing out. Inhale and exhale. This is a great one for the hip flexors, especially since we sit a lot these days. All right, deepen your breath. Let's come down, take your time. And then from here, you're not going to go far. Just move the blocks to the side. Bring the right hip against the wall. And let's come into legs up the wall. Make sure your hips make that connection with the wall. All right, again, it's a different perspective. It's a different seat. It's a different connection to the earth, right? The back is on the floor and the feet are up, so it's an inversion. All right, the blood flow from the feet is gently going to release, and the tension is going to release from the feet and ankles. So find it. Once you found it, let the shoulders melt to the floor. Bring the shoulder blades under the body. Let the hands come either side of you. And reconnect with the breath. So the chest is still lifted because your shoulder blades are pressing into the ground, right? So you might have to make that adjustment by pressing the elbows into the floor and then just taking the shoulder blades underneath the body. Your chin is not jutted up, right? It's centered. The palms are on the floor. And just reconnecting with the breath. And letting the blood flow just release. Let the energy release from the legs. And just go back to the breath from the beginning of the class where we were filling up the belly, and filling up the rib cage, and filling up the chest. And just letting that release. Back to that expansion. Okay. Maybe put something like compassion into that expansion. Maybe love, maybe unity, peace. Intelligence, anything you like. Breathing in and breathing out. Let the exhales be much longer than the inhales. Gently and slowly begin to bend your knees. Let the feet be flat on the wall. And then just turn the feet out. Let's go back into that squat. Find it. Maybe use your hands to support your thighs if you need it. Still having that connection to the floor, right? Maybe you're pushing your legs into the wall and having the connection that way, right? Using the pelvis to stabilize. And once you found that squat, take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. Breathing in and breathing out. just extend the right leg out to the right. Keep pressing that left foot into the wall just to stabilize yourself. Breathing in and breathing out. Begin to deepen your breath. Slowly bring that leg back to center. Straighten the other leg. Just let the knee release a little bit. All right. And then you can bend both knees again. Open up, come back into the squat. Let's go to the other side, opening up the left side. And just finding that opening again. Maybe you have to open up the right leg, the right knee to the right side a little bit. Or wherever it is, but just take a moment, find it, and then breathe. And you find yourself to let go. Still having that slight pressure against the wall with that right foot, but not that intense that it, that's the focus is more to keep your balance. Your breath. Let's go into that split. So open up both legs wide. And again, just find your balance. Find where you're stable. And to find that kind of 70 to 75% of your straddle. And just keep it there. And breathe. And maybe the legs open a little bit because they release, that's fine. But try and keep them as stable as possible. Stay with your breath here. gently begin to deepen your breath. Take your time. Slowly bring the feet together. Take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. Breathing in and breathing out. Slowly and gently begin to bend the knees. Bring both knees over towards the left. Let's go into a little bit of a twist. Keep the knees against the wall. Open up the right arm to the right side. Nice and tight and deepen the breath. Slowly come back to center. Take your time. Place both feet on the wall and then take both knees over towards the opposite side. Again, try and keep it tight. Try and keep both shoulders onto the floor. If not, just use a blanket or a block, right? Just to try and correct. Or you can put a block between the knees as well, right? So that would also help you open up both shoulders, right? Which is more important, to try and get both shoulders on the floor. So you can put a blanket or a block between the knees. That helps to open up both shoulders. So stay with your breath here. And begin to deepen your breath. Slowly roll onto the right side. Let's come up for a moment. Right, okay. Take your time, and we're gonna need our bolsters. So I'm just gonna move here. So everybody's like, I know. We're gonna go back down, don't worry. Yep. So we're gonna switch again. So you know what, we're gonna take it nice and easy today. So bring your bolster halfway down the mat. Actually not halfway down, more sort of like a little bit down the mat. Bring your pelvis onto the bolster. Make sure there's a block right in front. All right, that's gonna be for your forehead. And then once you're in position, should be sort of like in a Sphinx. You're just going to release your head down, nice and simple, okay? And that's just going to help you release the shoulders, release the forehead. Let the pelvis and the lower back release. Keep breathing into the back of the body, just decompressing the spine. Okay, place both hands either side of the bolster, and let's press up. You could turn your hands out a little bit, coming into the seal. Move the pelvis down a little bit. I like it sort of like on the edge, but as long as you can lift your heart and lift your chest, I don't mind. So just let the shoulders be soft, let the chest be open, and just go back to the breath. And try not to clench the buttocks or the lower back. One breath. And then just gently come back down. All right, from here, just bend your right knee out to the side, just to get a nice little side stretch there. Left leg can just stay straight. And just return to the breath.
I'm Shri Saraswati Namaha. Saraswati Namaha.
And just keep breathing into that right side of the body, the right hip flexor.
Saraswati Namaha.
And begin to deepen your breath. You can bend that right knee slowly, just bring it back to parallel. And rock the hips out just a tiny bit. And then take your time as we go to the other side. Bend the left knee and bring the left knee out to the left side. So it's kind of like a half frog. So the foot turns out a little bit. Okay. And you're kind of making a 90-degree angle. And then just gently begin to deepen your breath. Slowly and gently, you can extend the left leg long. And just rock the hips from left to right. Place both hands either side of you. Bolster and slowly just press your hands into the floor and just sit back for a moment into a little bit of a child seat. Just release the lower back again. You could go into puppy pose as well. The hips can be high. Anything that's going to help you to decompress the lower back. Just for a few moments here. All right, begin to deepen your breath. Slowly come back up to all fours. And let's make our way into Shavasana. So what you're going to do, your block should still be at the top of the mat. You're going to just put your bolster on the block. You're going to move the blanket a little bit closer to the seat of the bolster so it's nice and snug. And then you're going to come and sit in front of the bolster. Bring your feet into Baddha Konasana so your your feet are going to be together. Knees are going to come out to the side. As you lie back, you're going to take the shoulder blades together. If you want, you can use the other blanket to put over your feet or over your body. Right? So you're opening up the chest. You're opening up the hips. So there's an opening in the midline of the body. Right? If this is uncomfortable for the hips, of course you can straighten the legs as well. But the most important thing is to find the seat. Right? Once you've found the seat, you can just let yourself completely release here. You could go back to focusing on the breath, the inhales and the exhales. And then just bring your mind's eye to the ankles and the feet. And just bring your mind's eye to the shins, knees, thighs, pelvis, belly, rib cage, chest, shoulders, armpits, upper arms, elbows, wrists, all 10 fingers. Bring your awareness to your throat, jaw, chin, lips, cheeks, eyes, forehead, top of the head, back of the head, backs of the shoulders, backs of the arms, backs of the hands. Relax the upper back, lower back, backs of the hips, backs of the thighs, backs of the knees, backs of the shins. Relax the whole of the front of the body. Relax the whole of the back of the body. Relax the whole body here. Shavasana. Gently begin to deepen your breath here. Begin to wiggle your fingers. If you're still in Baddha Konasana, you can just bring the knees together and then straighten the legs. You'll extend your arms overhead, stretching the body long. And then just slowly bring your arms down by your sides. And you can bend your knees. And just roll on to the right side. Slowly, just pause here a moment. And then make your way into a seated position. And we can all look towards the windows. So let's find that seat again, that seat we found at the beginning of the class. So your spine will be nice and long. Right? And that's going to help you to just let the energy flow better in your body, right? Because if your stomach is like that, if you're like that, then it's going to get stuck. So extend the shoulders back and down. Your chin is going to be parallel to the earth. The shoulders are soft. Your palms can rest on your thighs. And just scan your body to see if there's any tension anywhere. If there is, you can just let that go. And just bring your awareness to the heart center again, right between in the middle of the chest. And let's think about that expansion again on the inhale. We can feel that expansion of the heart, expansion maybe filled with compassion. And on the exhale, slowly let the breath out and bring that point back to the center of the heart, right? So on the inhale, you could think of expanding, letting the breath in, right, opening. And on the exhale, just bring that energy back to that point, right in the middle of the chest. Inhale, just expand that compassion outside of the room, inside of the room, outside Jersey, outside of New Jersey, outside of the whole United States, outside of the North Continent, right? The whole world. And then bring that point back to the center, right? Grounding again, inhale, expanding. So just continue on your own, that notion of just expansion. It could be expansion of the breath. And then on the exhale, just bring that point right back to the middle of the chest. Let's take a deep breath in for Om. Deep breath in here. Om. bring the palms together at the center of the chest, bowing the head slightly. Namaste. Thank you so much, everybody. Yep, let's rub the hands and take that energy we found, right? Draw it over the eyes, draw it down into the throat, into the heart, down into the belly, back to our walking cells, back into the physical body, back into Jersey City. Thank you so much, everybody. So there's a few things coming up very soon, a few fun things. There's a kirtan on Sunday, the 26th, next weekend, okay? And they're really amazing, Primahara. So also, then in November, yeah, you could just leave your props, just keep them together, you know, just put, and then we'll take care of it. It's just easier. And then there's a sacred cacao ceremony, which I've also attended, which is also amazing. She is just so lovely, and really, really amazing, and lived an amazing life and has an amazing experience with the ceremonial cacao. So that's a really fun event. And then finally, the wonderful Kristen Hoffman Angelic Voice, that's in December. So lots of events coming up. So if you're interested there, you know, you can get more details from Bob or Austin. But thanks, everybody. And yeah, so I'm teaching restorative on Fridays as well, which is kind of similar, a little bit more sleepy. Any questions, let me know. Thank you. All right. Okay. Okay. Did you rent that? You didn't rent that mat, did you?